Once again, greetings from Paris, and you're with us watching the 2011 Lieberherr Men's World Cup on ITTV. The second men's quarterfinal is about to kick off. Timo, former world #1, versus the world's one of the best choppers, if not the best, from Korea, JOO. And joining me here for the English commentary work is Mr. Michael Anderson, Director of Education and Training of ITTF, and I'm Wang Dong. Michael, this is also going to be a striking contrast between Timo, as far as their playing style is concerned, Timo versus one of the best choppers, as I said, if not the best in the world, from Korea.
Yes, absolutely, and it's going to be interesting to see what kind of shape Timo BOLL is in. He's played a couple of matches here, was injured last week, declined to play in the World Team Cup, but is here playing. And I spoke to Jörg Roskopf, his coach, before, and he said that Timo is absolutely not in top shape, but he still is an easygoing guy at the table and should be able to play okay.
Even though he's perhaps not in his top form or best form, he still did pretty well in the group competitions and round robin, remaining unbeaten, right?
But he's so safe, Timo, also, and doesn't miss, doesn't do a lot of unforced error, and that's his forte really in his game. He's so safe at the table, moving very, very well. I thought he looked quite okay. Let's see how much he has left in the tank now against JOO. I also think he looks in good shape, and that's important for JOO not to be, he has a very demanding playing style and to be fresh. So, let's see if he can keep his defensive game in order and really not give Timo too much.
And he's been coached by his teammate, Woo Sang-in. It's interesting that Woo Sang-in actually in the group games, competition, he lost to Timo BOLL. In addition to that, of course, Timo BOLL also overcame KOR from Hong Kong, China, and also a Japanese player. So Timo, right now, as we mentioned before, he remains unbeaten up to this point. Let's just see if he can go through to the men's quarterfinals to be in the semi-final. And before this game, of course, China's Wang Hao, the defending champion of the World Cup, is already through, becoming the first semi-finalist for this tournament.
And Timo's also, I think, would like not to go too far. If you play defensive play, you don't want to go 7 games here now tonight and start again tomorrow morning. It's be tough.
That's right.
So,
especially at the age of 30, right? You don't want to be that way.
Focus is important, and normally, if you look back in the history against JOO, he had started off with 6 straight wins early in his career, but in 2010, when they played last time, he actually lost 2 out of 3 meetings. So JOO definitely not out of this one, considering Timo's uncertainty in terms of form.
Again, the caption perhaps needs to be changed. This is Woo Sang-in from Korea, Roskopf. That's Timo's head coach, or Timo's coach. Also, German's men's team's head coach will be coaching Timo. And incidentally, Timo's coach, Hyuk, himself also won the World Cup title in the 90s, I believe.
That's true. But I love the format of this competition. You're really exposing the top players for the group round robin the first day. Fantastic atmosphere in Georges Carpentier Arena here in Paris, and 4,000 spectators yesterday and today, and a fantastic atmosphere really. So,
oh, totally. The 3 days. Yesterday was the French national holiday. Today, of course, and tomorrow are weekend days. Basically weekend. So in that sense, really, we understand this is a sellout crowd here of about 4,000 people gathering here in the stadium, witnessing some top-class table tennis. Here we go. A good start for Timo. Now, Mike, we're talking about being tired and also injured, etc. Do you think that Timo, you know, he played aggressively in the Chinese league, just concluded Chinese league? I mean, did that wear him down a little bit? Even though he said he gained a lot out of the league there, competing with all the, you know, top-notch players in China.
I think, of course, it gave him a lot of experience to play over there, and for sure he needs to play with the best Chinese players a lot to understand and to learn. I think Timo is such a easygoing guy practice-wise. He doesn't practice a whole lot during his normal routines, are more or less one session a day, and he's very good in pacing himself. And for him, it really doesn't matter if he's practicing a lot. He can play well anyway, and that's one of his strong sides as a top athlete.
Strong counter-attack from JOO, winning that point. Acceleration. Yes, quite an angle there created by Timo.
And for JOO, it's so important to keep his shot low. This one came up a little bit too high, and then Timo can dominate the whole table and really place the ball where he would like to do that. So for JOO, really try to look whether he can keep his shot down and attack well himself. So, which is one of his absolutely strong sides, makes him a fantastic player for a long time in top of the world.
Definitely. And also with his deceiving serves there, he could really mix a lot of spins. Now another counter-attack, but this time he was trying to attack Timo's forehand. Didn't work out. That's beautiful. Long and short mixed right there.
You don't see that too often though, but that was a quick one. Took the ball early and gave it a kind of a stop ball that Hyuk didn't reach.
Again, sudden acceleration. Sometimes it's really difficult to read just underspin or side spin them, and many players complain about it.
Absolutely. I mean, I think Timo is normally very, very good over the table. He reads spin very well, and he is pretty safe against defender. Usually you come across players that have difficulties against the style and cannot really play against it, but Timo normally is strong against defense.
Again, not a good placement of the ball by Timo, giving his opponent a chance to cash in on that. 6 apiece. So far, the first game has been closely fought out. Short. Very solid defense from JOO. Beautiful angle right there.
Really worked with all his body. Timo, you can see on his footwork also involved, and really looking at focusing on the ball and some strong forehand talk to him. Very well played.
I'm sure Timo is was not totally excited about seeing the fact that he would play against this world-class chopper after the draw. But c'est la vie. That really, Michael, will consume a lot of his energy and physical power. Really, I mean, you know, the mentality, the toughness should be there against such a good chopper.
working hard, Timo, and I like that. I mean, he's really active in his footwork, and okay, he made an unforced error there, but normally I think timing looks good. He's really touching the ball well.
It's just that you need to have the patience to deal with a chopper like that. Speed-wise, he's trying to mix it as well. Oh, that just netted out, unfortunately.
And beautiful play by Hyuk. Came close, and that one attack there, a lot of spin, and Timo couldn't keep it down, keep it over the table, and flicked the net corner now.
I mean, when you have two top-class or first-class aggressive player against a chopper like that, it really, I mean, the sport itself has become very spectacular to enjoy by the audience.
Personally, I completely agree. I think Hyuk is a fantastic playing style, and we would need more male defensive players in the top table tennis, right, for sure.
And China actually used to have a couple of good ones, but you know, basically now JOO is dominating in this respect. Again, a counter attack worked for him, giving him 2 game points. Timo was not happy. Now, certainly, JOO has an upper hand, given that he still holds the serve. And sure enough, what a comeback by JOO here.
Very well played also, a lot of strong points, and really should build his confidence in front of the next game, and really scored some beautiful points, took 5 points in a row and took the game.
이거 생각하면서 백하트 하든지 하고 바카트 하다가 한 번씩 완전 낮게 오는 거는 이유가 괜찮을 것 같아. 한 번씩 해봐. 그리고 세트 놓고 네가 선제 잡았을 때 쇼트 그냥 이렇게 살짝 뿅으로 띄워주잖아. 무리하게 화난 거는 돼. 그리고 2개만 걸면은 디펜스 안 좋아서 미스하니까. 좋아. 일단은 하나 떠더라도 견뎌주면 부담스러워하는 것 같으니까 초반에 작전 딱 가지고 어떻게 하고 갈까? 치고 뭐 당연히 괜찮아.
All right, the second game is about to be underway. Timo, after losing the first game, let's just see what he can come up with.
I think you will see also a team now trying really to change the pace and the speed and spin right away in order to get the ball up like in the beginning of the first game.
That's right. That's a good shot there, close to the body. It worked.
And that's really where you have to find the defender, really in that pocket between forehand pocket, as we say.
Making them feel really squeezed in a sense. Difficult to find more extra space. But you can never count this Korean out. He is so tenacious and so resistant. There you go. This time, Timo definitely wrong-footed his opponent. That was with a lot of underspin there.
Fantastic play by Timo, also keeping his top spins with a lot of spin and not too deep on Joo's side of the table, so it makes it very difficult for him. He has to go back to be ready for hard pace, and Timo's just patient, working a lot of spin and has a very low top spins.
And he varied with his feet really, and he tries to stay very close to the table to dominate the rally. Again, very close to the table, dictating the point. Wow. One bad return by Timo. See, the Korean definitely cashed in on that without any hesitation. And Timo knew it.
Good service return by JOO. And also, it's actually for Timo very important to serve well, not just let it go, but put in a lot of thought in where he wants to start his attacking from. And you counter that with a good service return.
You know, I believe Timo is a little bit forcing things to happen, and then, you know, when his opponent, who is really a top-class counter-attacker as well, starts the campaign of attacking, Timo could be caught off guard.
Could very well be if you don't play so many tough matches, really the last month or so. Then it's a question of getting into game shape very quickly. He played okay here, though, in the round-robin matches. So, but against Chop, you need to be sharp. And I have to say that I think Hyuk is playing really, really strong so far in this match.
Indeed. Very solid defense there. And he anticipates very well. Mixing up again with his variation of spins. Almost got it. But really is very good at mixing things up by having this, you know, spins there or creating some plain ball situation for himself. Archerov, who obviously is not happy with his performance tonight. He knocked out in the men's quarterfinal.
Timo kept 2 top spins in a row against the middle. Is changing just a little bit direction. Reading that one well.
Yeah. Things are working for Timo.
So important sometimes to get the easier points also for Timo in this situation. Not going tough.
Wow. I'm sure he's happy with this kind of tempo, you know. Doesn't really get involved in long rallies with his opponent. Saving some energy and good and effective.
A lot of underspin in that one.
Again, you just need to be patient to be up against a chopper who is within top 10. So 11-6, Timo has succeeded in leveling the score, one apiece in the first two games. And stick around, we shall return right after this.
아까 줄 때 어디서 스트레이트 하나씩 걸어주는 거 좋아. 완전 잡히는 거는 지금 같은 거는데 장난처럼 뭐 미스하는 거 어쩔 수 없지. 굳이 핫사이드로 안 걸어도 된다. 미들이나 하나 해줘도 어차피 이거로 딱 되잖아. 그거로 공격하는 거야. 그리고 서비스 내가 대주스 깎지 말고 완전 회전 있잖아. 완전 카트 이거나 완전 회전 넣고 한 레시브를 회전 레시브를 잘 못하거든. 한 들어와서 이거 돌리는 거 있잖아. 그거 생각하고 있고 돌려도 세게 안 돌리니까 완전 회전 넣고 돌리는 기다렸다 하나 들어와서 되고. 아까 길게도 잘 넣었는데 낮게 들어오는 바람에 아까 그때
정확히도 제가
낮게 들어오는 바람에. 근데 지금 카트는 다 괜찮고 공격 잡았을 때 미들 잘 거니까 그 생각하고.
Welcome back. So it's one apiece in the men's semi or second quarterfinal between JOO of Korea and Timo BOLL of Germany. Wow, Timo has been very, very patient there.
He used actually an old-fashioned forehand smash in the end, which is a very difficult shot to take for a defender. And well done by Timo, really working all the way through that point.
Indeed, smashing down in the middle. That's definitely a way to work against a chopper. A good start for Timo.
Good service also on the second point, really short and a lot of spin, got it up right away and finished the point.
With his forehand, a backhand rather, Timo was trying to make things happen.
Misjudged the pace of the ball a little bit and just hit the edge of the racket and out.
This time it worked. Diagonally across the court with his backhand, giving him 1 point lead. Interesting, Michael. This time, the head coach Liu Nenghui is not even here. I mean, he's basically between the two players. They coach each other. If you're on court, I'm going to be your coach aside. Not like this gentleman here, Joro, who's now the head coach of the German team. He's been around with his players all over the world. Just can't rush things. Again, poor return by Timo, giving JOO a chance to use his powerful forehand.
defended by you. Really, the ball deep forehand, perfect. And that's a very, very good recovery defense there, moving well in lateral. Really keeping control.
What I like JOO about is that with his same gesture and movement, like, oh boy, luck is also with JOO now. I mean, he could really create plain ball and also some return with fantastic spin, underspin, side spin, and top spin, etc. Mixing things up to confuse your opponent. That's something very difficult to read. Oh, that's a beautiful backhand flutt there. With a lot of speed. Beautiful.
Sometimes it's important for Timo also to start when his rallies against JOO's forehand, and trying that a few times, and really that ball there and really opening up the table and the angles a little bit more. So strong follow-up, strong first one, and really, really good read on that ball and placement as well.
Indeed. Totally wrong-footed JOO here.
Got a chance.
Turning around to use his powerful forehand once again, but it just netted out.
It's beautiful shots by Hyuk. Really, took a few, 3-4 hard shots against the body and was able to bring them back on the table, and excellent play.
Michael, I have a question for you. I mean, we mentioned that perhaps sometimes Timo is a little bit easy with his training or practice, etc. And also he's an easygoing person. But do you think he's changing a little bit as far as attacking style is concerned? Because he told me that he really would like to be more tenacious, more, showing that he could dominate the game. And do you think he's improving in this respect?
It's a little bit hard to say. I mean, he's a laid back, and I think one of his strong sides also that he keeps working, losing rallies, losing points. There's mental strength. It's really his mental balance, how to say, in matches. And he's very consistent in his game. So I'm sure he would like to be more emotional, more aggressive, perhaps. But that's something you really have to change as a player and as an athlete.
Yeah. That's something he at least confesses that he's working on. Same direction again. No chance for JOO whatsoever. This is a really critical moment. One apiece, 8-all. One good turn deserves another right here.
Good friends with the table tennis gods.
Check it out. Well, what can he do? Some good table tennis right there. Fabulous.
Really extremely well played by Hyuk. Really moving well also, finding the perfect distance in his using his defensive technique, and that's very important for him not to fall too far behind and give Timo that extra milliseconds to dominate. I mean, here he kept the chops low and really worked also with his fantastic footwork, and really was able to attack and score points. So beautiful.
Well, I'm sure that kind of rally certainly will pump up JOO more. Woo Chang-in is right there. Wow, that's totally well set up by JOO. Typical third ball attacking style, helping him win the third game. So he's leading 2-1. We take a short break. We're back to see if Timo can come back strong as well.
그것도 하나 생각하고. 너 파울 짧게 또 오잖아. 많이 판단해서 짧게 오면 때려버려.
어중간하게. 딱 쓰는 게 아니고 막.
그러면 그게
그걸로 때려야 되는데 제가 안 붙는데.
어중간하게 뜨면은 들어와서 째끼니까 아니면 그 기력 확 찔러주든가. 지금 카트 지금 미스할 것 같지는 않아. 네가 하는 거. 근데 한 번씩 변화를 줘야 돼. 계속 똑같이 하면 쟤도 나중에 지구력 더 가져가고 있을 때는 니도 변화를 줘야 한단 말이야. 지금 레시브 괜찮고 서비스 이용 잘하고. 백쪽도 이거 길게 넣는 거 아까 하나 이걸 길게 넣던데. 초반.
Folks, once again, we are part of this spectacular and entertaining match between Timo BOLL and JOO of Korea. Just right now leading 2-1. The fourth game is about to start. Wow, we have a Mexican wave here in the stadium. As we mentioned before, almost 4,000 people are gathering here for this tennis, or table tennis rather, carnival. And speaking of tennis, actually, Paris this weekend, in addition to our table tennis world-class tournament like this, also has the Paris Open tennis, and also we have the World Lifting Championships going on. So this is really a sporting city for this weekend for sure. Definitely a brilliant play by Timo there with his powerful forehand.
Sharp footwork also to be able to counter topspin, and really that forehand is very, very difficult to read for Hyuk. He doesn't see where the ball is coming, and in the last second Timo is changing just his wrist a little bit and angle on its timing, going deep to Joe's forehand.
Well anticipated by JOO, yet he missed his backhand.
A couple of good tempo changes also by Timo, and he got away a little bit from that in the second game. Now changing a little bit of pace and tempo, and that's very important.
Very true. Oh, I was about to say, Michael, that Timo, one thing that he needs to pay attention to is to reduce his forehand unforced errors, or sometimes really just mistakes.
Can be a timing thing, and as you know, I've not played so many matches lately, it's very often what you lose first.
That was relentless by his backhand. Check it out. But Michael, you also mentioned that he, physically he's not totally in his best form. But Timo, I'm sure he would like to really if he can win this game with this match, wrap it up as soon as possible, not to really prolong it. Physically, that's going to be very challenging to him. Again, his forehand, just too long.
Well played by JOO to save that ball, and that's true, you know, form-wise. But sometimes also if you play a defensive player, you play well. That's a good feeling for a player, any player actually. So you really need, as a top player, these tough opponents to play and then to be successful against and gain some of that form very quickly. And sometimes many players tell you that, you know, play a good defender, a lot of rallies, you have to work through your whole body and really be involved all the time. And it's a good build-up in terms of getting your form back.
Beautiful, long and short, mixing it up together, and it works for Timo this time.
Really reading JOO's attacks a little bit better and being sharp to counter-attack back very quickly, and that's been the difference in this game compared to the last one.
And perhaps he's also telling himself, the German is saying that, you know, I need to be more patient. You cannot really, as much as I want to make it short, perhaps it doesn't happen that often. I have to be patient and prepared for long rallies. Right to the body, and Timo found it very difficult to squeeze out the return. And JOO obviously told me that too when we met the other day in the hotel lobby, that Paris is not exactly a strange place to him. Remember 2003, he was here finishing as the runner-up in the World Table Tennis Championships in men's singles.
And played fantastic back in 2003, really killed a little bit by a tough time schedule. People forget that he had more or less only 1 hour to prepare for the team for the single finals against Van der Slager, and really got his breakthrough in Paris. And
that's right.
It's nice to see him play well here again.
Again, down in the middle. Timo was trying to block it with his forehand, didn't work. Good return from Timo. Quick reaction. Sudden acceleration of strength and force there.
Really perfectly timing over the table with his forehand topspin.
That was just bad. You know, he was trying to actually make the ball short, but the return was just too high there, giving his opponent enough time to come back. Again, very difficult to read the Korean's spin there. Wow.
Excellent play, and actually a good game by Timo. A good fight back, really sharp from the beginning, moving better, and especially reading Hyuk's forehand attacks better and really counter-attacking a few times in the middle, and really deservedly now has tied the match.
So the two players are back to square one, 2 apiece, and we'll be right back.
서비스 기회 나오는 거 있을까? 그거 하나 딱 잡아줄 수 있으면 잡아주고. 근데 어쩔 수 없어. 뭐 걔가 계속 잘 치면은 계속 안
진짜
타니까.
먹어야 되는데 안 먹으면
그렇지. 그때 이제 변화 한번 주려고. 똑같은 거 아니라 아직 한번 주지. 변화 지금은 승부야.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the 2011 Paris Neighborhood Men's World Cup on IPTV. And for the men's quarterfinals, we are in the second match. The first match was between Wang Hao and Ocherov. Wang Hao won it over his German opponent 4-1. And now another German player is on court. Timo, former world #1 player, against the world's one of the best, perhaps, if not the best, chopper from the tournament, Hyuk.
There's no doubt that Hyuk is the best defensive players on the men's side in the world. So ranked number 10 in the world for the moment, and really such a durable player. He's been in, for a long time in top of the world, and with a very, very demanding playing style. And
that's right.
Imagine the physical conditioning of Hyuk, and it's one of the best physical conditioned player in the world. Maybe outside the Chinese, who's really strong on that area as well. But really, really impressive player, and very entertaining to watch.
Mm-hmm. Well, born in 1980, and JOO is not exactly a spring chicken anymore. Already over 30, however, he still maintains his physical condition in top form. Not easy, really. Credit to him. And of course, his goal is to do well in the London Olympics. And who doesn't? I'm sure Timo would also like to get a medal there.
Trying a little bit more to open up the rallies against Hyuk's forehand side instead. So I think that's probably an adjustment by Coach Roscoff, and of course by Timo himself, who knows very well how to play against Hyuk. So
I mean, basically these two players know each other too well. On so many occasions they have met in the past, and they will meet down the line. It's just that really the quick adaptation and also the correct reading of the opponent's game is very important at this level.
Yeah, and you want to feel that you can dominate that area. Of course, you try to change things in service and return. You know what to expect, so to say. But sometimes it's also a question of reminding yourself to dare to play in certain placements on the table, and that's sometimes easy to forget. You get a little bit staggered in your tactical patterns, and that's really where you have to remind yourself all the time. In terms of Timo BOLL, for example, really to keep the variation up and make sure that you open up the rallies against different placements, using different placements.
Should just missed his forehand counter attack. Again, the short ball works for Timo.
seems like he's now having a little bit of an upper hand, getting the field back, and really timing is so important. Does an opening perfect, and also using his backhand side, which is a hard shot to take. That backhand topspin for a defensive player is really tough to take. Sometimes it's much easier when the opponent starts with his forehand side.
Beautiful forehand launched by JOO there. He needs to do more like that to really intimidate his opponent. Otherwise, Timo, with his forehand and also backhand flick like that, will rip the defense of JOO apart. Both players know that this is really the critical moment. Do or die, 2 apiece right here in the 5th game. Whoever takes an upper hand will probably have a psychological edge in the next one. Short serve. JOO really is digging very hard.
I can see he got in trouble right away and couldn't keep his shot low enough. And then Timo has a lot of options open in terms of using the angles, and finally, really scored against JOO's deep forehand. It's all a question for JOO to keep the shots low in the beginning so he can dominate a little bit as well.
Again, his backhand. Good defense from Timo, and coming back strong. Yes, pushing his opponent away from the table and sending the ball out. (5-9). That's a poor return of this forehand from JOO, giving his opponent 5 game points.
Two strong games in a row now by Timo, and really he's looking much sharper. He's playing himself into good rhythm and really, deservable 3-2 lead now.
여기서 네가 어떻게 돌파구 찾아야 돼. 더 끈질기게 가든지 아니면 어떻게 변화를 줘야 되는데 서비스 완전 해줬는데도 몇 짧게 넣나? 아니 네가 서비스 안 돼. 제가 이 서비스가 뜬다고. 짧게 와요. 떠서 짧게 와요. 짧게 온다고. 그럼 어떻게 해요? 때렸는데 아니 같이 짧게 넣는 것도 섞어주고 100% 지금 이 서비스는 거의 짧게 나오잖아. 붙어있다가 좀 빠른 박자가 다 넣으면 했잖아. 이렇게 하면서 변화 줘야 돼.
볼을 많이 땄는데
괜찮아. 그리고 따주면 빼고 딱 죽여주면 올리자. 그리고 카트 그냥 딱 쏴가지고 미드를 좀 파로 들어갈 수 있잖아. 파로 도와줘서 올리겠고 초반 시작할 때 그걸 여기 땄잖아. 내가 그거 괜찮을 것 같아. 미드로.
So, who will be the second semi-finalist? The answer will be given very shortly. So far, Timo is looking great, leading in this encounter 3-2. Once again, you're watching the 2011 Paris Libre Men's World Cup. And joining me here for the live commentary work from Paris, on side is Mr. Michael Anderson, and I'm Dong Wong. The 6th game is underway now. It is a do or die situation for JOO now. He has to really be more aggressive. Beautiful counter-attack again by the Korean.
And he's really fighting hard in that rally to keep the ball on the table. Actually, he was under pressure all the time against Timo's direction.
Korean is really coming on strong, especially in this game. Michael, the Korean is apparently more aggressive in this game.
I think he has to start and take advantage of those. When he can do that, obviously he needs to attack. The tough part for him is normally to relate and balance your defense and your offense. So if you can find the right balance, you're very dangerous. If you're forcing that, you will make unforced errors.
Not a good start for the German. Let's see if Timo can make it work here. Now he is finally on board in this game. Oh, he went for the same direction, but instead, he sent the ball into the net. What a shame.
Caught a little bit by heavy underspin there and really was reaching in a little bit.
Not a rosy picture here for Timo. 1-5. Reverse spin serve there.
Correct thinking by JOO, but misjudged the ball a little bit, let it drop, and couldn't really find the perfect angle on that top spin.
5-3. That's beautiful. Pushing the ball long right to the body of the opponent again.
You see timeouts and use your goal. And for a defensive player also, rhythm is so important to find yourself in the perfect rhythm, and because mentally it's tough to be a defender. You have to sometimes really pick the ball up and the other player is outplaying you, but so the balance and the rhythm is important.
That's a good saying, Michael, really. You know, in Chinese table tennis, a lot of the aggressive or attacking style players, well, KOR choppers or defensive players, they use the term, what is it? Dead tiger. In other words, he could be like a tiger, but he's dead. In other words, you really have to utilize your strength and way to make things happen. So psychologically, you have the edge. However, you have no idea how many Chinese players hate to play with dead tiger against dead tigers. It's so difficult. Like in the women's team of Chinese, Fan Ying, and is another very good chopper. And perhaps her role model is Ju Se-Hu. Really, they could be so persistent, giving the opponent really tremendous headaches.
It's also a tough style to learn as a young player, because if a young player, really you have to be extremely patient with a young defender, because it's tough for a young player to get outplayed a lot of times and really learn the techniques, and that's why you see very few of them in the top of the world as well.
That's true. Top spin, very strong. Luck is again on the Korean side. After his leading now. Went too far.
I like his really determined in his cuts, as we say. Really good contact with the ball and really using his wrist, underarm in his defensive work. And that's a key for a defender also. You cannot be afraid of really a lot more spin from your opponent. You really have to answer with a very decisive cut. So JOO is definitely playing well enough.
Oh, he certainly is very good at mixing things up, deceiving his opponent, and that is his forte. The German really pushed the Korean far away from the table. No chance whatsoever. Quick reaction from Timo. No, just fell short. That's devastating to Timo. Seemingly taking an upper hand, he just couldn't finish it.
A little bit of a tough angle as well. He's stretching there, didn't get his leg work behind the ball and lost a little bit of his timing.
Again, sending the ball to the net.
That ball is fantastic, low shot, really deep into Timo's forehand, and perfectly executed by JOO.
And that will do it. So JOO has leveled the score 3 apiece. We are definitely going to go to the decider, the 7th, in just a few moments. Stick around.
리시브 절대 평범하게 그냥 백으로 주지 말고 견시선 다 움직이면서 파로 잡을 수 있게끔 있잖아. 리시브 이렇게 하고 한 번씩 화로 갈라주는 것도 괜찮아. 화는 리시브 화는. 그리고 네가 좀 붙어서 백하트 하니까 화로 못 끊어. 떨어지면 화로 올리고 붙어서 하면은 거의 막 백사드로 거니까 백하트 많이 이용해. 미드로 와도 백하트 많이 이용. 바깥으로보다는. 그거 올라왔을 때 그거 딱 진짜 딱 잡아가지고 맞아 초반에 어떻게 당기는 것보다 안전 회전 넣고 아니 막 안 때려도 되잖아. 어차피 못 때리시면 카트 기회가 좋으면 미들로 움직이면서 걸겠죠. 자.
Well, folks, this has promised to be one of the most thrilling quarterfinals, which is unfolding itself. Timo against Korea's JOO. In the first or the previous 6 games, the players completely had a seesaw battle. Now it's 3 apiece. The decider has kicked off. Again, it's difficult for Timo to read the spin well.
I would say that's maybe a little bit of an unforced error. He decided last moment, maybe I'll stop the ball, but but he knew right away that wasn't the right decision.
Again, Timo this time tried very hard to push his opponent away.
Some quick attacks and, you know, really aggressive over the table, using a kind of smash technique to finish the point off.
And down to the middle. Just thought he had a chance, and he came through, yet he sent the ball just wrong.
Misjudged a little bit, lost a little bit of his balance in the approach, and really was a good chance to score that point, but Timo prevailed.
Lugonem is still there. Well, obviously he's there for a reason, because one of his players later on, Jang Ji-Ge, is going to come out now as well. Even though one of his players, Wang Hao, is through to the semifinal.
A fantastic table tennis by Hyuk, to be very frank and honest. Really working. That's such a tough direction for him to get Timo's attacks on, right to the pocket forehand, and really throwing his body around really quick with his forehand chops. And you can see his winded as well.
Unbelievable. 3 apiece, 2 apiece here in the 7th set. Wow. JOO is more aggressive than ever. And this time he caught Timo off guard.
The net and a little bit of luck involved, but I'm sure he will need it.
So far the luck really has been with JOO. And your spin there. I'm sure Timo is not happy with the fact that his opponent has been dictating the pace in the 7th game now. And also, JOO is leading by 2 points. 4-2. Good return there. Beautifully placed.
Yeah, he read that one very well, and not the greatest serve from Hyuk, though, I have to say. I mean, he just released no spin, and Timo was there right away, in a very, very good way, and scored an easy point.
Again, a good return, this time with his backhand flick there.
Yeah, I think Hyuk had 2 services not that sharp, and I wonder if you can afford that, really. That 2 points, it has to be a rally ongoing, and let Timo earn it rather than to give him 2 points.
2 easy points. All right, Timo now is back in the intention again. Certainly in contention. Leading 3 points in a row now. 5-4, Timo.
Yeah, and a little bit again the rhythm, lost the rhythm, lost some of his confidence in a poor service there. And for a defensive player, lose some confidence, you lose some of your abilities to move around, and then you're in trouble. So strong play by Timo, not so strong by Hyuk, I would say.
That's right. Well, the crowd is certainly with the German, and they are behind Timo. And on Saturday night here in Paris, we're so happy to see so many people around. 4 points in a row earned by Timo. Again, luck is with JOO. That's for sure.
Absolutely, has had a few of those, and seems like he needs them now. One dropped out though. We can't get them all.
No, not at all. And I feel that the Korean is under pressure. He's trying to force to make things happen.
Yeah, and that's partly confidence, and you know, you feel you have every chance to hesitate a little bit, and you know, it's such a tough balance for defensive play. When do I attack? When do I keep my patience and so on? And now he's a little bit in trouble, especially since Timo has to serve now.
Now comes the crunchy moment. 7-5, Timo. Oh. You just can't really rush it to make it happen.
Also, the ball stopped a little bit. Very short shot by Hyuk. Really didn't keep the ball at control as during that rally, and it really should have been Timo's point. Now 7-6 instead.
That's right. Never underestimate JOO's spin there. Oh, dear me. This is definitely going to fight out down to the wire. Now 3 points in a row, won by JOO.
And a timeout now by Timo BOLL. He needs to gather himself a little bit, keep getting back to that confident style that he used in the beginning. So.
This is absolutely a roller coaster game here. You win several points in a row, and I also can do the same thing.
Bei seinen Aufschlägen, das war gut. Ja. Du hast ihn zweimal angeflippt gehabt bei 4-2. Ja. Gucken, ob das auch auf die Aufschläge jetzt wieder gilt. Ja. Als Option immer zurückhauen.
I think it's a very good timeout, regardless of the outcome eventually. I just feel that this moment Timo needs to regroup himself and refocus himself on the game.
And normally that's one of his strong sides also. And as I say, his mental balance is one of his absolutely strong sides. He's very persistent in his game. Normally very few unforced errors. Now did a few here and automatically just put the timeout sign up and went back to talk to JOO.
Things look a bit better for the Korean. Again. One more point earned by the Korean.
A little bit of a footwork thing as well. You know, he's just reaching in on that ball. It doesn't get his proper leg work behind that forehand topspin, and a couple of times he has missed exactly that particular shot.
Yes, this time definitely pushed his opponent away, forcing JOO to return in a very awkward position. Good serve there.
Excellent service. You know, he was suddenly a little bit of a surprise moment. Let one of the reverse side under go away, or side overspin even, and quick one and scored right away. And that is normally a bit of a game breaker if you can get a point like that and go to 9-9 now.
He gambled on this point definitely, and really the Korean didn't expect that to happen, and it certainly paid off. 9 apiece. Michael, how close can this game be? 3 apiece, 9 apiece in the 7th. That's the decider.
This is table tennis when it's the best. At its best.
Absolutely. Down to the wire. Solid defense there. Good block by the German. No, not a second time now. It netted out, giving Giuseppe the match point, the much-awaited match point for the Korean.
And a really, really strong defense. He was in trouble all the time, I felt. Really came back and attacked in the right moment. And first time he got the opportunity, he counted back, and Timo couldn't keep the block on the table, and it netted out. Very, very strong rally by Giuseppe. Let's see the service now. It's very, very, it's extremely important for him to put quality in his serve.
And that's it. Paris has proven to be the lucky city for the Korean. Can he repeat his success that he did in 2003? Boy, what a game here. 4-3, Giuseppe.
And I kind of feel that he deserved it, actually. He was playing very, very well on the last few points. And
absolutely.
Made some fantastic saves when Timo really kept bugging him in the middle and really changed the pace on backhand forehand cuts of high quality. And the Korean flag is flying high. And I think also Timo gave him a little bit of a nod there and said, okay, well played, buddy. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, unfortunate for the German player. However, that's the competition. Congratulations to the second finalist from Asia. Giuseppe of Korea now is through to the semi-final. And this is the last point here. And he got it without any hesitation. Once again, congratulations to Giuseppe. We're going to take a short break, and coming up next, we have still 2 more men's quarterfinals. We shall return right after this.